So I sampled Ken and I made a song out of it.
We want to get to know you, so hit the contact and send.
What's going on, everyone? I am the Professor. Thank you so much for tuning into this video and to this channel. Today, what I wanted to do was break down a track that I made. So I had sampled Ken, and I were making a video a while ago working on a project, and during one of our takes, he messed up totally, said some complete nonsense, and so I wanted to sample it, and I made a beat out of it. So what I wanted to do was just break down this track exactly for what it is. Just give you guys some tips, also like what I actually did, an actual like dissection of what I did.
All right, so this is the actual audio from the track. What I did was I put it through Ozone 9 and Ozone 9 Elements, so it's just a really fast way just to master it, just so I can actually like put it out there, because we did use it for a few projects. It will also be available on my SoundCloud account in a few weeks, hopefully. Yeah, so this is the actual audio from the actual video.
We want to get to know you, so hit the contact and send. Send us. Okay.
Hey, record that. I want to make a beat out of that.
I'll send you the audio for this. With the random laugh too, just.
Alright, so what I did with that audio, I put some Nectar 3 elements on here from Isotope. As you guys can tell, I use Isotope a lot. I put just a little bit of reverb, a little bit of clarity, which is messing around with the EQ, a little bit of tone, and then some dynamics just to keep it a little bit compressed, just because the volumes were like all over the place since it wasn't ideally meant for an actual track. I also put a compressor on here, boosted up the audio because it was pretty quiet. Our ratio is 1.4 to 1. Our threshold is at -5.5. All right, so what I did was I layered the actual like Bleh, Bleh, Bleh. That's the title of this track. I layered that original audio with a separate track, and I put crazy effects on it. So I have a delay, crazy reverb, auto-tune, all that stuff. So the blah, 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 which is actually used throughout the duration of the track, sounds like this. For this track, I didn't want to go too crazy on like my effects and everything, just because it is like, it's for fun. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but the beat did turn out pretty fire. So I use a lot of stock plugins for this. I didn't go too sick. So when we actually get to that blah, blah, blah part, the audio continues, and then around this point I added in some arcade. It was just like a percussion loop.
I'll send you the audio for this.
So I'm just gonna play that into the actual like beginning of the song.
Audio for this. With the random laugh too.
So that right there was the drop. Sorry if I cut it off too early. What I did was for the main like bell sound, I used the Alchemy plugin and I used the 80s analog bell. I definitely pulled back on the cutoff a little bit, made it dark as it shows right here. That was the primary thing I did. That's the primary sound. Then when we get to actually like in the track itself, I opened up Contact for the lead line, and I used the locked chord preset, and I pull back on the cutoff again. So this is that locked chord sound. So there's obviously a lot of reverb on there. I like reverb, if you guys can't tell from my tracks. And then what I also did just for the beginning part, I added a pad in there just because it seemed a little bit too empty. And then I added a clap, I opened up open hat, and then my kick came in. So I'm gonna play you guys a little bit before the drop, and then we're gonna go into the drop and show you exactly what I did. So that's just the drop. What I did was to like make the drop sound stand out more. I put that laugh in there, Ken's laugh. And that was from straight from the actual audio, just a little bit of reverb and compression. All right, so now we actually get into the drop itself. I just added a piano and I went crazy. The Modern House preset from Hybrid Keys. I just pulled in and Ken was in the key of G minor. So I just played a G minor, a G in the bass, and I just rocked it. So you get this crazy piano sound. And there's a lot of reverb on there. I wanted it to seem very big, very open. So that was the thing I did. So what I have going is the original bells, the piano. I added an 808. The pattern sounds like this. So the purpose of me having like a really moving 808 pattern was just because I wanted, the audio itself wasn't really much that I could use. I just wanted to use that actual like phrase of blah, 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 and also the laugh. That was primarily what I used for the track. So I wanted a moving 808 pattern to give it more life, to give it more rhythm. I just had a clap, a snare, 808, hi-hat, a kick, and that was it. So not a lot of percussion in this track, but definitely intensity-wise, it was definitely there. So now halfway through the drop, what I did was I just brought back the locked chords, the dun, 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 dun. So then what I also did was I doubled the locked chords, that actual like pluck sound. I doubled it. On the next track, I added halftime. Cable Guy's halftime. And this is what it sounds like. Let me solo the track. So I really vibed with the sinisterness of this song, just because the actual like audio itself is so stupid. Like I wanted like it to contradict itself. I wanted the music to be super involved, super intense, and then I wanted the actual audio from the actual video to be like the dumbest, funniest thing. So I wanted two polar opposites, just so like there was like a happy medium, you know? All right, so now we're just gonna go from beat into like a little breakdown. Alright, so all I did was I just added that percussion loop for arcade again, right back in this breakdown. I just cut up the audio from the beginning, replaced it. That's pretty much it. I just kept the halftime loop going. So now we are at my favorite part, which is right about here. I also need the audio. Alright, so what I did was I love that part. All right, so what I did was I just copied the actual like blah blah blah. I sped it up a lot. I sped it up. I sampled the living crap out of it. I just chopped up the audio, made it back and forth, back and forth. So we got that, and then I did a little bit drastic of an EQ. I took out the majority of the mids just so it sounded a little bit hollow, because I didn't want this to be like the main sound we had. I wanted it to be like a background sound just to add space. So it sounds like this. Yeah. And then for the analog bells, the pattern is like this. And that pretty much, to me, this whole vibe of the song is just like super dark and scary, but then the audio was just like super funny. So I had a lot of like half steps, a lot of minor progressions, etc., just so I'm able to make the song like really interesting. I wanted it to be like a super fun song, you know? So I'm just gonna play you from where we are right now into the actual drop, all right? Well, the second drop. So what I did there, guys, was I just pitched that blah, blah, blah down. Oh, I didn't. What I did was I put halftime on it, which does the same exact kind of thing. It just pitches everything down. I put halftime on it, fourth or a quarter, and crazy, dude. Oh, I was cracking up. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but that loop that I had before for the analog bells, the one right here, what I did was I half-timed that, and then we get this. And then I also included that with the half-timed pluck that we had. So together we got this. Crazy effects, dude. Crazy, crazy effects. That was pretty much the beat. After that, I just came back in with that piano going a little bit crazy. That pluck sound, I came back with the original 3-chord progression with the analog bells. I use a lot of halftime in this track, which is something I usually do if I'm trying to go for a more dark sound. The halftime I use is by Cable Guys. Very cost effective, but very freaking good. Cable Guys, yo. That was pretty much it. That was pretty much the beat, quite honestly. That was really all we did. All I did. I just kept on going back and forth at this end part right over here. I kept on going back and forth between the original pitch, blah, 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 and then the halftime pitch, blah, blah, blah. 808 pattern stayed the same. Kick pattern just changed a little bit more. It's a little bit more involved. But that was about the beat. So I'm going to let this beat rock out, and you guys are going to enjoy this. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe. Definitely going to have more content coming for you very soon. Going to have a few more beats for you guys. Also a few more things on my Instagram. Guys, follow my team. They're going to be linked in the description below. Follow them on everything. Follow me too on Instagram at Professor Productions. And guys, let's check out this crap.